thank you so much for joining us this month. We decided to focus on recipes that you might have seen on Thanksgiving or Harvest Feast table in the early 1800s when Birmingham was being founded. And we tallied the votes and Jugged Hare won. And just for a little bit more authenticity, we decided to shoot in the Hunter House, part of the Birmingham Museum. It was built in 1822 by one of Birmingham's very first settlers, a man named John West Hunter.
Well, so Donna, what does make a jugged hare jugged?
It's the way it's cooked. So you use something like this, a jug or a jar, and you layer the hare with things like onions and lemons and spices. You put a nice tight leather top over it, and then you put it in a pan of water up to about 3/4 of the way and set it at the back of the fire and let it boil for about 6 or 7 hours. So you kind of stew it. I mean, if you have a crock pot at home, you can make jugged hare now too.
Right. So we saw Donna taking it out of this contraption back here, and this is actually a warming oven. When the Hunters first moved here, then as now, the majority of kitchen or house fires start in the kitchen. So to lessen that, you would have cooked in your backyard. But on a day like today, when it's super duper cold, your food would have gotten cold from your backyard to your dining room. So you use something like this, our historic microwave oven. But yeah, it was actually cooked over a fire.
So I'm going to serve everybody a little bit of our jugged hare now. It does have lemons because this is going to be a special occasion dish, something that you would have for Thanksgiving. Lemons and lemon trees were a very popular item for people to grow in their parlors. So it was kind of one of those popular fads. You wouldn't probably have lemons for a lot of meals, but since this is our Thanksgiving, we wanted to make sure to add some lemons. The recipe that I did use from 1803 calls for lemons.
Yes, and we do also have salt on the side, not because we anticipate it being raunchy or bad or anything, but salt would be the traditional side condiment. So.
And fresh thyme.
Yes, and thyme.
And this recipe would have been, I mean, just fairly simple if all you had was an open hearth or even a campfire, really. If you were really just out in the wilderness, but you wanted something nice.
You could just throw it on the back and let it go while you did all your chores.
Definitely.
All right.
Okay. Are we eating at the same time?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so let's dig in.
No, it's escaping me.
This was really good, if I have to say so myself.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say, we will be eating the entire thing of this.
It definitely has a very savory. There's marjoram and nutmeg. There's clove and onion in here, some thyme.
But the lemon gives it a little bit of an acidic kick too. So,
and if you didn't have whole onion or whole lemons, you could actually at this time period purchase dried lemon peel to add to the stew. So you'd always have that really nice lemony flavor, I think. Oh, really good.
This is delicious.
Now, did we tell the audience at home that hare is actually rabbit? It's not actually hair like on our head.
Right.
It's
Just to clear any.
just in case you're confused. So,
although when I made a Facebook post today about our taste test, my phone did autocorrect rabbit hair to head hair. So if you caught that, apologies.
that's really good.
I'm gonna say this: so much better than the Jell-O.
So much better than the Jell-O. Like, you wanted to stop and talk in between the Jell-O?
Yeah.
But I kind of just want to shovel this in my face right now. It's a nice warm bread. The sauce is delicious.
Yeah. So what sort of sides would you have had with something like this?
Well, the bill of fare called for things like root vegetables, so potatoes, maybe some mashed rutabaga, definitely always bread. You would have anything from the harvest, honestly, because this would have been served as a part of a harvest dinner or a Thanksgiving dinner. So you could have quite a lot of stuff. Maybe even homemade noodles. Some egg noodles would be delicious with this too.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So,
Who's going for seconds?
I think we all are.
I think we all are.
Should we give our Jugged Hare a numerical rating before we do that? So,
Ooh.
out of 5?
Out of 5?
5 out of 5.
Yeah.
I almost say 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. For me,
Yeah, I mean, especially compared to the Jell-O
Oh,
that we
yeah,
had last
yeah.
month. Check that out on
Yeah,
our Facebook page if
I
you haven't
can't-
seen it.
excuse me, I can't. No, this 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
5 stars.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, I think I'd rather, as far as food goes, Birmingham in the 1820s over Birmingham in the 1940s.
I'm gonna go with the 1820s.
Yeah.
1820s.
Yeah, John West Hunter was a very crafty man if he made these.
So, Birmingham Food Edition, what were they thinking?
I mean, they had a really good idea here. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
they were thinking very,
Very flavorful.
yes, flavor, yeah.
Very much so.
And nobody even touched the salt.
Yes.
That's how flavorful it was.
We didn't even do the salt, dear viewers.
The salt stayed on the sideline.
Yep.
Yeah, as with the sugar cone as the way.
Yeah, we didn't need the
If you were
sugar.
wondering about that, that is a sugar cone. Not edible right now, no.
Kids have been trying for years to lick it. Please don't. I don't know how long it's been here as a prop on this table. But this is how sugar used to be packaged and sold. And it was very expensive. So probably wouldn't want to display it. But yeah, please don't try to lick our sugar cone.
Okay, well,
All right. Well, you know what? I think we're done here.
Okay.
All that's left to do is dig in for some more.
Some more.
all right. Yeah.
Kyle,
Please.
please.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us this month for our What Were They Thinking Food Edition video. In the next couple of weeks on our Facebook and Twitter, you will be finding voting for our next video. We'll be keeping the recipes that we are considering a secret for right now, so you'll have to find us in a couple weeks and vote then, and we'll see you next month. Thank you so much.